3 fucking seconds.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and that's exactly why this is episode 574, the Honorable DJ Motherfucking Radio Show.
And it's your girl, DJ Ryu Netcher in the building.
Yes, and we up in this bitch, and we about to tell y'all all about the news.
Cause we behave like animals in a cage. Mainstream media in our reign. FDA plus the USA. They cast spells on the home of the brave. Free Larry Hoover for minimum wage. And I can't vote for the games we play. And I can't vouch for a better place. And a rat race pace ain't no time to pray. Cause the speller be spelling out the life we made. Cherish the moment of a wonderful place. Cause the bar ain't worried about mistakes today. Cutting the grass ain't keeping them snakes away. Only me and you can, we the people. Only me and you can, we the people. Only me and you can, we the people.
Thank y'all, because we back on YouTube, and we got our shows. And so if you want to see our interviews, they're on Spotify. And if you want to see the Vibe Arcade, that's on Rumble. And the news commentary show
will be on YouTube.
Yes, it is. All right. What we got today?
So we're going to start off with, goddamn, the Homeland Security. There was about 1,500 people that got arrested. Undocumented immigrants, I got it.
Oh, Homeland Security.
Yeah. Homeland Security's out there locking
1,500 people got arrested. I mean, just think about, like, if you chilling, man, and you at your job at Taco Bell, or you doing the floor, or
that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be, like, they could be doing anything, like, and they...
I don't mean to be... Yeah, I'm just saying, though, like, I don't even mean to be, like, because I said Taco Bell or doing the floor. Like,
man, that's fine.
That's
like,
fucking fucked
that
up.
That was, like, why did you even...
Like, anyway, look, I'm sorry about saying that.
Anyway,
not Taco Bell or the floor, but I'm just saying, like, you're doing a lawn service.
You're doing something. You're just doing something, you know what I'm saying?
And then here come ICE, like, yo... But if you was in another country right now, like just say we was in fucking somewhere in fucking Africa, and we working, we doing all that shit, and then there are people be like, hey, y'all got to get out of our country, leave, because the prime minister said, you know, you got to be documented or whatever.
Yeah.
Would you really feel a type of way? No, you know it was coming.
Really, because I mean, when you go somewhere, it depends on, like, if you're traveling or something like that. But if you're fully, like, staying there, yeah, that's gonna happen. Like, you can't just roll your ass up in here and just stay here for so long and then expect something like that not to happen.
That's fucked up, man. Like, so, yeah, like, so if you think about it, like, if you get caught, then they take you away.
Yeah.
And then you actually grew up here.
Right.
That's fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. That's a totally different story.
Yeah.
Because, like, even if it was, like, vice versa, if we were to go, let's say we went to Mexico, and we decided to just live there, just stay there, like, they're going to want to document your ass, or else they're going to send you back.
Something's going to happen.
Even if it's not sending you back, something's going to happen.
Something's going to happen, man. Like.
But yeah, check out this video, though.
Security officials announced the results of a major undocumented immigration enforcement sting operation in North Georgia. That includes this labor trafficking raid at the Well-Made factory in Bartow County more than 1 week ago. That raid was part of a broader crackdown on undocumented immigrants since President Donald Trump took office.
And Homeland Security officials say they have arrested about 1,500 undocumented immigrants in Georgia since January. Channel 2's Brian Mims is live at the Homeland Security offices in Atlanta. Brian, many of these immigrants are charged with very serious crimes.
That's right, and those undocumented immigrants are the priority for federal law enforcement agencies here in Georgia. This nondescript building behind me houses the offices of special agents in charge for Homeland Security. Today they had a warning for undocumented immigrants who commit crimes in this country. These are pictures of the roughly 1,500 undocumented immigrants arrested in Georgia since January 22nd. Their charges include sexual abuse, sexual assault of a child, drug trafficking. Investigators say one of the immigrants arrested is a Venezuelan gang member wanted in Illinois for murder. Stephen Schrank is the special agent in charge for Homeland Security in Atlanta.
This administration has made immigration enforcement a significant priority, and we will continue to enforce the law on the books.
This immigration crackdown includes going to job sites and arresting employees who are in the country illegally.
There has been a significant increase in worksite enforcement activity since the new administration has established new priorities and guidelines for all immigration-related work.
Federal law enforcement agencies have also wrapped up the 10-day-long Operation Safeguard. That included this raid last week at Well-Made Manufacturing in Cartersville. The business owner is accused of bringing hundreds of people from other countries and forcing them to work at his flooring factory. And Operation Safeguard included the arrest of 5 people on gun charges, 2 of them undocumented immigrants. Officials say federal agencies will continue working aggressively to enforce immigration laws.
If they are criminals, we are coming to get them. And if they are not, and they are illegally present in the United States, they need to think well and hard about what their plan is for the future.
Officials today did not have a number of undocumented immigrants who have been deported from Georgia since January, but they do have a message for those undocumented immigrants in the state who are trying to stay out of trouble. I'll have that side of the story coming up on Channel 2 Action News at 5. Live in Southwest Atlanta, Brian Mims, Channel 2 Action News.
What else you got on the dang on list for today in these news?
Honestly,
I don't mean to be making these faces, but
right,
you know,
it's unnecessary with these ugly ass faces though. That's what you get for making faces like that. But anyway, it will make you make even more faces at this point because there was 44 pounds of cornflakes, like you know, straight. Like, you know, the Tony the Tiger shits and,
44
you
pounds
know,
of
the shit
cornflakes?
you used to eat out the bag type shit.
I love
it was, like I said, it was 44 pounds of frosted flakes. But they wasn't frosted with the typical shit that it's supposed to be frosted with. It was cocaine on it.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Booger sugars on the damn cereal. That's the
yeah,
shit.
so they're saying that they were disguised. Obviously, the frosting was disguised being on cornflakes.
I wonder how that was. Was it like, I wonder was the booger sugar, like, just think about it. You open up a box of cereal. If it was 44 pounds, it had to be throughout, like, different boxes.
That's what I'm saying. It was, listen,
Yeah.
I said 44 pounds of cornflakes that were frosted, but it was cocaine on it.
Ooh, I wanted somebody to sniff it. Did they sniff?
I'm pretty sure that was the purpose.
It smelled like coke. But
it was meant to go to Hong Kong, right? It was meant to go to Hong Kong, but it came from Ohio.
Oh, it came from Ohio.
They caught with 44 pounds of that
with
shit
Ohio.
in Ohio.
Hey, whoever sent that box, you stupid fucking idiot. That's a stupid fucker. Now that's you stupid fucking idiot. Overton, Ohio, they killed him. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry, man. But you are stupid. You said.
But this isn't as stupid as it gets. There's people making videos about this shit. So check this fucking video that I found out about it.
Alerted authorities to a shipment of breakfast cereal that was frosted with cocaine.
Frosted booger sugars.
As if that was the only thing that was fucking insane. The FDA is shutting down safety checks.
Safety checks?
Yes.
Like what?
On food. Like, you know how most of our food goes to the FDA, so they're no longer checking the food anymore.
They're not gonna look at the food no more?
No.
What? So they just gonna be selling shit. Like,
yeah.
That's what, hey.
It only started with, the first thing they started it with was the milk. Then they said something about I don't know what was the other shit. I just know they're going to shut down for quite a bit. I don't know if they didn't specifically state that it was gonna last.
Yeah.
Like be a forever thing, but as of right now, yes, they're stopping.
Man, you gotta think about it. There's a lot of shit that get past the FDA. Like all you niggas out there eating.
Most of the shit that gets passed, that doesn't get passed through the FDA, is the good shit.
All the edibles get by. All you niggas at the house, I sell edible.
That doesn't go through the fucking FDA.
No, it
exactly.
don't. Y'all eating the fuck out of it. Everything y'all bought from Aldi's. Where that shit actually come from? It be like non-brands that you ain't never heard of, and you like, who making this shit?
They don't know.
They bag that shit up too, and you like, who it got to Aldi's on the shelf?
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck? Like actually, who makes...
I mean, everybody's drugs is FDA approved.
That's like the little...
Drugs, so.
Remember that day you bought that fucking... it was like a Mexican powdered... No, it wasn't powdered, but it was like a donut... Not a donut, croissant type...
Oh.
Shit with the little the filling and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Super artificial sugar. Super artificial. Somebody's child came out with that brand. That shit strictly to kill niggas.
But listen,
like,
it's approved by the FDA.
Yeah, right. No, it ain't. They don't know that shit exists.
It's that, I know what brand you talking about. It's the Bimbo with the bear on it.
Yeah, Bimbo. That shit called Bimbo. Go get you some fucking Bimbos. Like, with the fucking cream filling. That shit like a fucking croissant.
You talking about the croissants with the chocolate?
The croissant, I was like, yeah, you got chocolate.
I only ate the chocolate one. I don't know about the other
and
ones.
Even the chocolate, when you actually buy that shit needed, super artificial. Super
ever
artificial
since then,
taste.
like, I haven't had it, so it's probably
It will
gross.
give you, like, yeah. Most people eating that shit living in poverty and don't know what real sugar tastes like anyway.
That's fucked up.
I'm just saying. So what else about the FDA?
That's pretty much it. They're gonna they're talking about, shutting down for quite a bit. It's not set in stone that it's gonna be a forever thing, like I said, but they just pretty much gonna stop for. They're pretty much going on strike type shit.
Oh shit, man.
So just check this video out right here so they can feel you.
I think I could guess how the next pandemic might start, y'all. All because of this. We are literally one missed test away from eating poison for dinner. The FDA just shut down food safety quality checks, y'all. Not paused it, not reduced it, but shut it down completely. They said they're doing this because of staff cuts. So you mean to tell me the people that make sure our food is at a good quality and it's not carrying around no diseases is gone? Just like that, gone. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. You literally need to watch what you eating at this point. Because if they not even gonna tell us what's going on because they're gone, who's gonna tell us? You gotta tell yourself now. Make sure y'all washing y'all food, everything. This year do not feel real. It feel like a damn movie, y'all. Am I the only one feeling like that? Am I tripping? They will not tell you if the food is gonna be recalled or anything. So that means a lot of people might be taking trips to the ER. So y'all, enjoy your next bite. But don't be surprised if your stomach start turning upside down, flipping around and doing the dirty. I need y'all to tag somebody down below who's still eating gas station sushi. They need to see this. Comment down below if this scared you. And hit that like button if you think they trying to set something up.
So yeah, so I titled this that Kanye's tripping. Cause like
the nigga tripping.
I just think he tripping.
The
like
nigga tripping.
I'm literally not. We're literally not the only ones that seen this man tripping all over Twitter, all over social media. The most memorable and the most honorable mention platform is definitely X. Like it's been nonstop tweets here and there, and so anyway, I came across the fucking Twitch shit the Twitch live stream shit that he had going on.
Oh man,
that got banned. So I have the video for you guys, and not even just that. Before we even get into that video, like what I really want to mention with the Kanye thing is, what's up with the cousin thing?
Yo, that shit was wild.
Did you hear the song Cousins?
So yeah, he made the song Cousins. But the thing about Cousins, like I said at one time before, they probably was trying to blackmail him with he sucked his cousin dick or something.
I mean, it's possible. It is possible because of the fact that, you know, Ye is like a troll. Like, Ye is a troll when it comes to certain shit.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure they were holding that on him, and he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just release it myself.
Put it out, and I'll put it in the song. And the song will be popular.
He just thought it would be a better way to just...
for them to just air him out, leak that information, which might be embarrassing, but this is the take that I look at.
But I will say it was one hell of a way to put it out with the way the song was made.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought it was pretty funny.
They could, the dude, okay, let's just make up a situation. Maybe in the past, the dude, because he's in prison or some shit like that, right? Mm. So the dude in the past probably was like, yo, I sucked his dick because I'm his cousin, and I want to tell TMZ, but I want to sue him for that. And then his lawyers probably got on the shit, was like, no, we're going to give you some hush money, and you shut the fuck up. And then
TMZ... It could have been, to be honest, like, it could have been, like, several scenarios.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I'm just saying, that's the one I seen.
Well, my whole point with even mentioning it is just Kanye tripping.
That
like
is
I said,
the nigga, you tripping.
The line of the day is Kanye is tripping.
Yeah.
So here's this clip for you guys. This shit got banned on Twitch.
Shout out to Kanye, man.
Yeah.
Drums.
Trust me, the world's watching.
Yeah.
The world's watching. I'm gonna tell all my fans to come watch right now. All the Canadians.
We gotta connect all the strings, because that's how we're gonna take the power away from the old system. Like the system, they scared of TikTok, right? What I love, Lucien, Vivendi, French Bank, I gotta give y'all a pat on the back for that Grammy shit. And now y'all got Kendrick at 24, right? You got me at 24 Grammys, him at 20. Now we know the shit made up, but regardless, you know me. I deserve every fucking Grammy. I mean, even though I never won a Grammy against a white person, but I deserve every Grammy that I got. And niggas can't even really tell me a Kendrick song. It ain't nothing. It ain't about Kendrick. It ain't about Virgil. It ain't about none of this shit. I'm gonna tell y'all some shit, nigga. I've never been an assistant. You know what I'm saying? Born king. Born king. Born king. You gotta understand? When, Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant, I should have had babies with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. You guys say, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton, how many hotels I have now? You get what I'm saying? Think about that. The Hilton. The Hilton shit. Because I think y'all staying in a Hilton right now. The fucking Edition Hotels is a Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And Paris Hilton had the vision, and then that's what happened. Kim was like the Virgil. Kim was like Paris Hilton's Virgil. And that's what happened. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny only power is to take your kids. So Kim's only power is to take my kids. I had a baby with a fucking assistant, bro. And then put her on Vogue. Bro. You can't put no motherfucking assistant on Vogue, bro. That's exactly what Bernardo know did, and it's king time now, bro. No more motherfucking assistants, no more hugs. That shit light, bro. That shit light. Cardi album was trash, bro. Motherfucking Evil Jordan is like the Benjamins. It's one of the best, illest songs ever. That's inside of him. Them fucking choirs on motherfucking Crush is like two niggas thinking they Ye in the studio talk about what would Ye do without calling Ye. Call Ye, nigga. Cardi, call me, nigga. I went and did that. Them niggas, matter of fact, Cardi stole my producers, bro. Stole OG Volta. Yeah, nigga stole the skinhead swag. Where the swastika, nigga? Where's the swastika, nigga? Hell Hitler, nigga. We talking about the skinhead shit. Niggas go all the way with it, nigga. Oh, I gotta tell you another thing that Cardi said to me on the phone, nigga. This nigga told me he was at the chateau with a gun, nigga. What that mean, nigga? And then niggas say he don't be on the internet. It's like, if you don't be on the internet, what we talking about then? Then I ain't say nothing then. My whole thing with Cardi is I love him, and it hurts me, but it ain't no more motherfucking hugs, Bernard Arnault. It ain't no motherfucking hugs, Epstein, and no motherfucking hugs, Bob Iger. It's no more hugs, Netanyahu. You Jew niggas is not gonna treat me like I'm some kind of summer camp training nigga to hype these niggas up. What is it? Hell yeah, niggas need that immediately. But I gotta get Dave Luntz writing on my shit because the nigga Drake, you know, he gonna think of some cold shit. This nigga is like Shakespeare, greatest fucking writer of our time. But the nigga, because of Dave Blunt's circumstance, like the fact that he been overweight is like me being from Chicago and niggas looking at me like a pink polo faggot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but nigga Chicago mad at that. Chicago always wanted a killer to be the head of Chicago. It always was a little thing, like even when Chance got to play Ye for summer and shit, it was just like, I remember I'll be next to my like Gangsta Disciple niggas and they was dissing Chance to me, but really they was dissing me. Cause they was like, no, we need like a real, cause Chicago is the #1 killer city, blah, blah. We need a real killer nigga like how they got, New York got Jay-Z. They respected that. It's like, this is a real hustler. This is real. They wanted that, but they didn't get that. They got this faggot ass nigga talking about sucking his cousin. Yo, by the way, Cameron, talk to me, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck Cameron. I always respected. Hold on, I gotta talk about Cam for a second. What'd you say?
I'm about to be on Boozie's ass for you.
No, now I don't want none of y'all to be on nothing for me. I'ma slide myself, whatever that means and shit. I'm not, you know, but I'm not shooting nobody. I'm not fucking getting locked up for none of you broke ass niggas. but what I'm saying is like, yo, Cameron is a nigga that's like, yo, I love Cameron. I respect this nigga's an ill ass nigga, bro. He like a nigga.
But you're just better than Cameron.
I'm just better than these niggas, and by the way, they jealous, and I get it. Everything I do is to get these niggas. They gonna be jealous I know how it is to be jealous. I was jealous of Virgil. I was jealous of Drake. I was jealous of Elon. Elon that gave me so many passes, bro. I done like kirked out on Elon and shit before, and he still gave me this platform. And having this platform made me say, fuck these Jews, faggot, woman beater, blah, blah, whatever. The shit, that freedom is like a nigga getting money and going to Louis Vuitton, and you keep going to your credit card, and that shit never goes off. Nigga, it's like the store can't outbuy you. You can outbuy the store. That's what this Twitter like. That nigga made a monster. Elon made a monster by not turning my shit off this time. Now y'all seeing a different level, nigga, bro. It's like, I can say whatever. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? But by the way, and then Mace tried to come by and scam me for some money too, nigga. And then my wife was sitting there, and then nigga's like, yo, give me like $3 million for this, for the church and shit like that. And Barry hit me, said, nigga, you bet not give Mace none of that money. And you know with me, it's like I love Mace. He one of my top 5 favorite rappers is Simplicity. And then, but niggas like, they didn't want to come and take advantage, but obviously the money God blessed me with the money, right? And by the way, it's like when Game asked me for the Maybach, he asked me to borrow the Maybach, right? And I was like, yo, take the Maybach. So I want to know what the whole connection, because I'll be down. If I'm talking to you, I might as well talk to Game, because I stopped talking to Game because he was hurting your shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, how you trying to be out here like, I'm in LA, I got your back, and blah, blah, blah. But then you're hurting a nigga shit that's threatening me.
Think about the Kanye thing. I mean, I seen earlier this week he was cooking with that chick. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was cooking out.
I've seen some more stuff.
That nigga was cooking out.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all another video because I know for a fact that I found this. So y'all know who Jeffree Star is, right?
Jeffree Star?
Jeffree Star.
Okay.
So, y'all talking about cucking. He, I think it was like a while back. I don't know exactly how many years ago, but it was way back. He was accused of, cheating on Kim with somebody. They didn't specifically say who it was, whatever the shit may be. But shit, Jeffree Star took the initiative and was like, since Kanye tripping, been tripping on the internet, he was like, fuck it. the rumors are true. And, you know, he posted it on X.
Oh, man, Kanye made out with the dude?
It was more than that. They
Oh,
had a
man,
relationship.
fucking nasty butt sex?
He had a relationship with Jeffrey.
No, they was not having nasty butt sex.
Yeah, but
You nasty. Ooh.
I don't know if it's worth to show this clip, but fuck it, just I'll let it be.
Uh-oh. Alright. Well.
Yeah, so, anyway, so, some shit happened in Florida, and there's a free kill law in Florida right now that allows, you know, doctors to just randomly take someone's life if they're over 25, unmarried, and what was the other thing? And they have no children.
Oh, shit.
So if you are a single, over or 25 and up, in the state of Florida, they are allowed to kill anyone.
Allowed to kill.
And they will not face any type of consequences for it.
So it was this guy, Dr. Pavorkian or somebody like, I forget how his name, I'm going to butcher his name, but anyway, back in the days, like the old people get old and shit like that, and then they just go ahead and put them to rest or whatever. But, you know, they're just say, well, like, somebody's son and be like, yo, my dad's, you know, he's on his last, would you go ahead and give him the shot? And then some people were just like, I'm ready to go, just give me the shot. Well, that dude with the prison or whatever like that, he got in trouble for a lot of murders and shit. They probably did that because of that. I don't know.
I'm not quite sure. Maybe it is about that, but that's not what.
That's one thing, y'all. I think y'all people should all really, really search that. Why can't you commit suicide? And that's not far off from that, from asking a doctor or going to the doctor and saying, hey, man, put me out my misery. You know what I mean? So, like, that's sort of the same thing. Like, why can't you do it? Like, if you try to commit suicide, they're going to put you in a jacket and make you not commit suicide. Like, you know, like, it's crazy. So.
Yeah, but I don't feel that, I mean, just how the way they put it in this video, like, saying kill anyone, like.
Nah, you shouldn't be able to kill
anyone.
No,
that's crazy,
like
because that's like saying.
Like, what
that's what I'm
they going
saying.
in the streets and like GTA this shit, or like, are they just organized?
That's what I'm saying. That's why they. No.
That's what they're saying.
They're saying that anyone. So that means if you're hospitalized, if they choose to do some. Yeah.
Oh man, fuck that. Don't go to jail. I mean, don't go to the same thing, jail or school or the hospital in Florida. Anyway, what you got for us? You got the video stuff?
Yeah, here's the video.
Yeah, you just heard from Cindy Jenkins, a Fleming-owned mom who's been fighting to take down the free kill law since 2023. Her daughter died in March of that year after getting in a crash. Jenkins says her daughter was taken to the hospital where she was misdiagnosed with a brain injury while she had internal bleeding, and she did end up dying. Her daughter was older than 25, which is the cutoff point for families to be able to sue hospitals under the law. Florida senators will soon decide whether to pass a change to the law, adding a cap for money families can get from a lawsuit. But Jenkins doesn't think that this is enough.
We want is a clean repeal of this law. We want our rights back. We want physicians to be held accountable any and every time they do not adhere to the standard of care, and that results in the loss of life.
Yeah, the Florida Senate is supposed to be taking up possibly adding a change to this law tomorrow. Action News Jax will keep an eye on this and let you know how this ends up going back and forth between the Senate and the House. Now that the Senate has filed a change to the law rather than simply taking up the version that the House passed. But ahead this morning, if that change made by the Senate does end up becoming law, how much money that it says families would be able to learn from a lawsuit against hospitals and practitioners.
So yeah, there was some fentanyl found in marijuana in at least 10 different states.
Who the fuck want to put fentanyl in marijuana? Except the law. Before you even start, I'm going to say, back when it was prohibition, back in the 1920s and shit like that, they had the speakeasy, they had to hide who was doing whatever, trying to drink liquor, alcohol. They poisoned 10,000 barrels of alcohol and killed people. They poisoned the alcohol.
I really feel like They put that out just so people would stop buying weed on the streets.
Yeah, they poisoned the weed. I mean, why would they do this in the 1920s and not do it now?
They poison everything, man. It's not just the weed. I mean, our food and
but fentanyl and marijuana, that is two different genres of doing anything. Marijuana A is like, just put like some kind of dark cloud over it, marijuana, and shit grows. It don't come with fentanyl. Fentanyl come from the fucking lab or where they get, fentanyl don't just be at weed in the hood. Who slip or just say the weed man, I'm gonna just put some fentanyl in to make it better. Nobody thinks like that. They would sell the fentanyl by itself and then they sell the weed by itself. So yeah, I'm not buying the fact that the government or police, random police, or somebody like that is putting that shit in the product.
It don't matter who putting that shit in the product. What matters is it's in the product.
And it's fucked up. So,
well, here's the video on it.
Yeah, let's watch the video.
You smoke bud, you need to hear this. They're saying that small traces of fentanyl has been found in marijuana in 10 different states. Now, we all know the effects of fentanyl, and we know what the smallest amount of fentanyl could do. So my advice to you is, if you are using marijuana, if you are smoking bud, you need to find out what's going on with it. And they're saying that this fentanyl that has been detected in it has been sprayed on it. So what I'm saying to you is, again, there are ways that you can find out if your marijuana has fentanyl in it. I do not smoke marijuana. I do not smoke marijuana. Let me say that again. I do not smoke marijuana. But if you smoke, and if you choose to smoke, you need to know what's going on. Be mindful where you're getting your bud from. Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I knew that when they started putting all these places, these pop-up weed shops and things of that nature, it was going to be some shit like this. And not to say that they're targeting people, but listen, they can be targeting people. And they know if you have a vice, an addiction, that you will follow your addiction by any means. And I'm not calling anybody an addict, but what I'm saying is just pay attention to what you put in your body. So do that research, look up and see what states have these issues so you can be safe as possible. Pay attention.
You can't fall asleep right now. We have the rest of the show to do. Woo! Chilly up here tonight, too. Thank y'all for joining us, tuning in. We doing this thing. We gonna be on live and everything, man. Playing video games and stuff. Y'all gonna love it. Anyway, let's go.
Your mustache look like a video game. Nobody laughed but you.
Nobody's laughing because... Shut up.
Anyway, so I have a real treat for you guys. I want y'all to check out how perception controls our reality. Here's a video for you guys.
Well, hold up. Before we play the video, perception controls our reality. Yes, perception controls our reality. Oh shit, it's everything. I just had to say something before we start this video. Now we can continue with the video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
The first Hermetic principle is the principle of mentalism. It states that the all is mind, the universe is mental. What does this mean? It means that everything that exists is a manifestation of a single universal mind or consciousness. This mind is also known as the all, the one, the source, or God. Everything that we perceive as physical reality is actually a mental projection of this mind. This principle implies that our own mind is a part of the all and has the same creative power. We can use our mind to shape our reality according to our thoughts and beliefs. Whatever we think and feel becomes our experience. This is why it is so important to be aware of our mental state and choose positive thoughts over negative ones. One way to understand this principle is to think of quantum physics. Quantum physics is a branch of science that studies the nature of matter and energy at the smallest level. It has shown that reality is not fixed or objective, but rather depends on the observer and their expectations. For example, light can behave as either a wave or a particle, depending on how we measure it. This suggests that reality is not something out there, but something in here. in our mind. Another way to illustrate this principle is to consider the phenomenon of self-fulfilling prophecies, or placebo effect. A self-fulfilling prophecy is when our belief about something makes it happen. For example, if we believe that we are going to fail a test, we might study less or perform poorly on purpose, thus making our belief come true. A placebo effect is when our belief about something makes us feel better or worse without any physical cause. For example, if we believe that a sugar pill is a medicine, we might feel less pain or more energy after taking it. These examples show how powerful our mind is and how it can affect our reality. By applying the principle of mentalism, we can use our mind to create positive outcomes for ourselves and others. The second Hermetic principle is the principle of correspondence. It states that, as above, so below. As within, so without. What does this mean? It means that there is a correspondence or similarity between different levels of existence. The macrocosm, the large, reflects the microcosm, the small, and vice versa. The outer world mirrors the inner world, and vice versa. This principle reveals that everything is connected and interrelated in a harmonious way. There are patterns and laws that govern all aspects of reality, from the physical to the spiritual. By understanding these patterns and laws, we can understand ourselves and our place in the universe. A simple way to understand this principle is to think of a mirror. A mirror reflects back to you what you show to it. If you smile at the mirror, it smiles back at you. If you frown at the mirror, it frowns back at you. The same thing happens with the universe. The universe reflects back to you what you project to it. If you project positive thoughts, feelings, and actions, you receive positive outcomes. If you project negative thoughts, feelings, and actions, you receive negative outcomes. This principle applies across all scales and domains of life. For example, your health is a reflection of your thoughts and emotions about your body. Your relationships are a reflection of your thoughts and emotions about yourself and others. Your career is a reflection of your thoughts and emotions about your work and purpose. Let me give you a personal example of how this principle works. A few years ago, I was unhappy with my job. I felt stuck, bored, and unfulfilled. I complained a lot about my boss, my colleagues, and my tasks. I dreaded going to work every day. As a result, I attracted more problems at work, such as conflicts, mistakes, and delays. I also noticed that my personal life was suffering. I had low energy, poor health, and strained relationships. One day, I decided to change my attitude. I realized that I was responsible for creating my reality with my thoughts and emotions. I decided to focus on the positive aspects of my job, such as the opportunity to learn new skills, the flexibility of my schedule, and the impact of my work on others. I also decided to express gratitude for my job every day. I thanked my boss for his guidance, my colleagues for their support, and my tasks for their challenge. As soon as I changed my inner world, my outer world changed too. I started to enjoy my work more, and my performance improved. I received more recognition, feedback, and opportunities from my boss and colleagues. I also noticed that my personal life improved. I had more energy, better health, and happier relationships.
All right.
So Trump issued an executive order that allows fucking teachers to beat on kids how it used to be back in the day.
Whoop their ass. That's what he said. He signed something. Now, this is the contradiction with this shit. At first, everybody was like, we need prayer back in school. We need the Bible back in school. We need God back in school, man. Kids need their ass whooped, man. That's what it is, man. We got whooped in our days. Well, they signed an order to make it happen. Unfortunately, y'all are going to realize that this is not back in the days. It ain't going to be like back in the days ever again. Ever. So, what's going to happen is somebody going to whoop a kid, take them to the principal office, just like back in the days.
These kids, man, the way these kids built nowadays, these kids going to fight back.
They're going to be wanting to fight back. And that's the thing about it. And so, we shouldn't have left those values. Okay, we shouldn't have left those values.
And then they keep talking about school shooters.
But this is what we at. We got school shootings, you got everything. And these teachers need to be able to protect themselves, and that's why I like it. I like it because at the same time, sometimes these kids get out of hand, and if we can't discipline them as kids, we need to kick them out of school. For one, school's some bullshit. I'm not for school, but hey, man, if they're going to whipping people's ass, or it even comes up, the first case of this is probably going to go to court, but it's a law. So take your kids out of school or discipline them and teach them how to.
It's not going to work with the court of law because it's a law.
It's a law, right? That's what I'm saying. So kids need to either get with it or don't go to ass school because they're bad as fuck, and these teachers are tired and they want to hit your kid back because they're tired of hearing that bullshit. They want to teach, not to fucking wrestle with your badass man.
Pretty much.
You?
Yeah, watch this video though.
We have an executive order on school discipline policies under, I believe it was the Biden administration, first Obama and then Biden. The Department of Justice issued guidance that made it almost impossible for schools to enforce adequate disciplinary policies. This created issues in the classroom for teachers and students alike. Basically, they focused on CRT and sort of diversity ideology instead of actually just enforcing the rules in classrooms to ensure a safe learning environment. This executive order revokes that prior guidance and puts us back in a place where hopefully the Department of Education can focus on education and teachers can focus on teaching in a safe environment.
And this was important for you, Linda, as I understand it.
Yeah, absolutely, because it gives teachers the authority now to have discipline in their classroom and discipline the person who is being disruptive.
Great.
We took that away.
Okay, yeah, we got Mark Zuckerberg. I got Mark Zuckerberg. He's trying to give us fake AI friends. He's saying the average American only has about...
What's the difference if everybody buys them?
not actually buys. No, mama.
But what's the difference?
No, mama.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no. The difference is this. No, they don't buy them, mama. Hey, I just witnessed it. So check it. No, not buying followers. I'm saying just like friends. He says the average American has about 3 friends. Like people, you go around the people and they have, roughly 3 friends. Not even, So, and with that, you can just create AI friends. He's trying to introduce something. So, that's what he got for the people. And I don't know how that's going to work. That's just like having Facebook friends, though. Mm-hmm. Maybe a companion around the house, like a robot that could talk and it be your friend or something.
I mean, it depends.
I don't know, man. Y'all check this crazy shit.
There's the stat that I always think is crazy. The average American, I think it's fewer than 3 friends. 3 people that they'd consider friends. And the average person has demand for meaningfully more. I think it's like 15 friends or something, right? I guess there's probably some point where you're like, all right, I'm just too busy. I can't deal with more people. But the average person wants more connection than they have. So, there's a lot of questions that people ask of stuff like, okay, is this going to replace kind of in-person connections or real-life connections? And my default is that the answer to that is probably no. I think I think that there are all these things that are better about kind of physical connections when you can have them, but the reality is that people just don't have the connection and they feel more alone a lot of the time than they would like. So I think that a lot of these things that today there might be a little bit of a stigma around, I would guess that over time we will find the vocabulary as a society to be able to articulate why that is valuable and why the people who are doing these things are like why they are rational for doing it and how it is adding value for their lives. But also I think that the field is very early. So it's I think there are a handful of companies and stuff who are doing virtual therapist and there's like virtual girlfriend type stuff, but it's very early, right? Yeah. The embodiment in the things is pretty weak. A lot of them, like you open it up and it's just like an image of the therapist or the person you're talking to or whatever. Sometimes there's some very rough animation, but it's not like an embodiment. You've seen the stuff that we're working on in Reality Labs where like you have the codec avatars and it like feels like it's a real person. I think that's kind of where it's going. You're gonna, you'll be able to basically have like an always on video chat where it's like, oh, and also the AI will be able to, the gestures are important too. Like more than half of communication when you're actually having a conversation is not the words that you speak, it's all the nonverbal stuff.
Yeah. I did get a chance to check out Orion the other day, and I thought it was super impressive. And I'm mostly optimistic about the technology.
Yeah.
I was worried that one of the flagship use cases that your team showed me was I'm sitting at the breakfast table, and on the periphery of my vision is just a bunch of reels that are scrolling by. Maybe in the future, my AI girlfriend is on the other side of the screen or something. And so I am worried that we're just removing all the friction between getting totally reward hacked by our technology. How do we make sure, like, I don't know, this is not what ends up happening in 5 years?
I mean, again, I think people have a good sense of what they want. I mean, that experience that you saw was a demo just to show multitasking and holograms, right?
Yeah.
So I agree that, like, I don't think that the future is like you have stuff that's trying to compete for your attention in the corner of your vision all the time. I don't think people would like that too much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the things as we're designing these glasses that we're really mindful of is like probably the number one thing that glasses need to do is get out of the way and be good glasses, right? And as an aside, I think that's part of the reason why the Ray-Ban Meta product has done so well is like, all right, it's like great for listening to music and taking phone calls and taking photos and videos, and the AI is there when you want it. But when you don't, it's like a great, good-looking pair of glasses that people like, and it kind of gets out of the way well. It just seems like we're at the point with technology where the physical and the digital worlds should really be fully blended. And that's what the holographic overlays allow you to do. But I think that in that world, people are going to be, just like you don't want your physical space to be cluttered, I don't think people are going to want the digital kind of physical space to feel that way either.
If you enjoyed this clip, you can watch the full episode here and subscribe for more clips. Thanks.
Now, Shannon Sharpe, the whole Shannon Sharpe situation has got out of hand. I'm tired of hearing this nigga. Tired of hearing about him. I'm tired of hearing about all this shit. I like to hear that he's a Hall of Famer. He's a great guy. He's doing good. His lifestyle, his sexual preference, personality, all that shit is insane. You know what I mean? And so, I'm not going to pull up. We're not watching any videos of Shannon Sharpe. I'm not going to say, hey,
let's watch this video of Shannon Sharpe.
Sharpe. Let's watch the video. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, just check this out. Shannon Sharpe and the white girl, 19 years old. Check it out. No, man. Like, it's fucked up. Leave that man alone. Yeah, he's fucking crazy. Leave that man alone. He's 56 years old. Leave him alone. He got caught minding his business. Somebody trying to get some money. He tricked too hard. Leave him alone.
But he chose to put his business out there though. Like,
well, it's like us. We are personalities and shit. So at the end of the day, yes,
your business gonna be out there.
Yeah, and
depending on the people you associate yourself with. And
I'm tired, and so I want him to step down, like how he stepped out from ESPN. Cool, because he's doing his own show. He needed an escape route anyway.
I mean, to be honest, it bothers most people, but I mean, he really don't give a fuck because he's still doing what he's doing.
Doing what he's doing. He's doing his show. He's straight. I watched a couple shows the other night. He's fine.
Yeah, he gonna get sued.
And sued for doing what?
My bad. Of course, the girl trying to sue him with her soul. The fuck what? It happened. It happened. I mean, what you gonna do? Hold him like?
She on OnlyFans trying to get money.
Shit? Like,
yeah, no, she didn't rape him. She's on OnlyFans trying to get money. That's what she's trying to do. All right, everybody can pack up and go home.
No, what happened was she just want the fucking money. So she went ahead, told that ain't no little white lie. That's a big ass lie though.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what really led to that whole situation. Like, she just wants some money.
Yeah.
So.
And
they just need to leave him alone with that shit because of the fact, like, damn, what you gonna antagonize this man for the rest of his life or something?
And then how you gonna get canceled? Like that, when he left ESPN, he stepped out from ESPN, but it's probably in his contract somewhere that he can't get caught doing some shit. Like,
and then not to get into like technical, but like when you accuse somebody of rape, like that's like a whole process. Like they gotta really find out if you don't rape that individual. So if that individual caused rape, like, is she lying? Like.
Yeah,
that's wild. Like, you don't realize that's not some easy shit you could just say and come out your mouth. Nah, they really check for these things.
And the thing about it, what she don't understand is the chick that's making these allegations, okay, boom, if you lose and all of that stuff, really, you fuck the bag up so bad, you'll never get it back. No celebrity ever, if you're doing whatever, they're not going to fuck with you. Now, regular people will, because you fucked Shannon Sharpe already. So they can be like, oh, that's the Shannon Sharpe chick. That's the only
reason.
That's only gonna go until your body's worn out and you can't do what you do no more. Mm-hmm. Okay, and like I said, no videos on that.
Just watch the video of Shannon Sharpe and this chick.
Shannon Sharpe and this bitch. Look, Shedur Sanders. He thought he was going number 1. He ended up going in the 4th round. That's I seen a lot of people mad about that, and I just wanted to speak on that. Like, kind of like, I think I seen grown men like so engulfed into this. They was calling him nephew. They were like, that's nephew, that's... And I'm not saying those... I mean, you can like whatever you like. Don't get me... But this is football. This is goddamn football. When he dropped the number 4 and all that stuff, when I was hearing all the people and all the excuses, then they started bringing up Colin Kaepernick back in the day. I'm like, what? Colin Kaepernick? What the fuck? Where's that nigga at in the hood? He ain't never been in the hood. He marched, took a knee. I ain't never seen a nigga in the hood. I don't know who he donated to. I don't know where he at today. But anyway, back to Shedur. He's no Colin Kaepernick. And at the end of the day, just coming out of college. And the teams didn't want him. They don't have to fucking pick him. I don't care if he's Deion Sanders' son or not. They don't have to pick him. Go be a lawyer. Go be a doctor. Go get a job.
They gotta pick him.
Huh? They gotta pick him. That's what I'm saying. Man. That's why I'm talking to the audience, man. I know chicks ain't even listen. Like, chicks like,
I'm just being
but they didn't pick him. They was mad. Niggas was literally crashing out. It's a black thing. It's a white thing.
What are you talking about?
They don't like to see a proud black man.
Just the word crash out within itself, I have so much things to say about crash out.
This week's crash outs. Awesome. Like, I've seen more crash outs this year. Starting with Crazy Visionary. One of the guys I used to like and used to promote a lot.
That was the biggest crash out that pretty much kicked off the rest of this year.
You ended up on making beats for 2 diss records. You didn't even try. You didn't even know.
Man, look.
Yeah, even a Visionary situation. You wouldn't. You was supporting Visionary. And now it's like fucking because he weirded the fuck. He crashed out. And now I'm watching a lot of you guys that's artists. Now I said
we crashed the fuck out right now.
Yeah, I told you like for the past maybe 30 years, 20-something years, close to 30 years, I've watched artist after artist after artist after producer after crash out, come in and leave out this game. And I told you, I was like, we'd always be standing because it's the love for this that makes you keep going. The love for this.
My advice to the people that like crash out the way they do, like the super outrageous crash outs.
This shit is bad.
It's like, dude, people really fuck with you just because 1 or 2 or a handful of people say they don't like your shit. Cause look, I may be one of those people, and I gotta say this out just. Not to point out nobody, because I ain't pointing out nobody. I'm just saying in general. This is in general.
I'll give you niggas smoke so bad.
Nah, in general, for real.
Goofy.
For real.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
For real. All that crash out shit just because somebody said they don't like it. Really? Like, if they don't like it, they don't like it. Now, everybody's not gonna kiss your ass and be on your...
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna be on your music like
Niggas
that.
can't take
you know what I'm
critique no
saying?
more, and they can't even take hate.
And it's not even hate. It's like, if they don't genuinely feel it, they don't genuinely feel it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they can't take
That doesn't
critique.
mean they're a hater. Like,
But what I'm saying is, like, people have grown to, like, they only want approval. They don't want any type of pushback or...
No, this is what I said. Hold on. I'm going to bring this up. This is what I said that really set it off for a lot of crash outs. I said people want it to be how it was back in the day, how, you know, in school you would get an award for participation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't happen.
Yeah. That's what they want, the participation.
Just like the people that want to fucking sign a record label right now in 2025. It's like, do you think, like...
These
Dude,
niggas,
I can't even.
These niggas...
I can't even. Like, it's like, dude, nobody's going to want to sign your sentimental ass.
Sentimental. They don't show up for anything. Not professional. Don't do any shows. Don't even come out the bedroom. Forget every...
No, I'm trying to make it make sense. Like,
it's
you going to have
weird.
your... Okay.
No work.
Okay. You going to have your own label. You going to do your songs, shit like that, just so you can share them and not have no fans, nobody likes you, type shit.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand, like, how you want somebody to share your shit. I'm going off. Like, how you want somebody to share your shit if you don't share anyone else's other than yours?
Yeah. Ain't nobody doing that shit. You niggas weird. You niggas weird. You niggas weird. And in 5 years...
Anyway, the whole moral of this shit is...
Yeah.
This year has been the year of the crash out.
It's been the year of the crash out. Yeah, because I don't want to go
It's supposed to be the year of the serpent, but fuck, it's the year of fucking crash out.
Because it's not that deep. It's more of I feel sorry for these guys because like a lot of them don't realize like they can become anything.
My thing is you shouldn't be if you really like what you do and you really like your music and you think it's great. I really don't feel that you should be offended by little petty ass comments. Like, if you want to sit here and say I'm a hater or whatever the case may be with the little comments I be saying, dude, it's called trolling. It's called being. Look, if you in your feelings, like you just can't.
Yeah, it's like they not used to nobody noticing them. Oh, you noticed me, and it's like these green ass niggas ain't never been cool. They ain't used to being cool, and that's just it boils down to it. You niggas ain't cool. You ain't used to being it. And when a nigga like a DJ or something make you niggas cool, y'all don't know how to act. And nigga, it's time to you need to crash out because I'm gonna crash out laughing at your ass like every time you do it. And if you're any good, I'm gonna troll you. I'm gonna troll you because I want to see you kind of go forward. It's kind of like patting you on the back. Unless you a bitch. And then you scared and you want to cry and all. Oh, man, no. Because I'm not your daddy. I'm your DJ.
At the end of the day, bro, you're not getting an award for participation. That's my whole...
Ain't nobody
just to close it off, because mad people were mad at that. It's true. You guys won an award for participation, and you're not going to get it. There's a lot of people that don't like it. They don't like it. It's cool. Just keep it moving.
But, so, back to Shedur. Shedur Sanders went on to get drafted by the Cleveland Browns in the 4th round.
Uh-huh.
And they got 5 quarterbacks already. They got Deshaun Watson, they got Joe Flacco, and then they got some other ones. 5 total, including him. 4 outside of him, right? Mm-hmm. So I looked at all of this shit and I was like, damn, Cleveland Browns got him. And then a couple months back, he said he wasn't going to Cleveland. And then all of a sudden, he said, man, I wouldn't want to go to a team like Cleveland or some shit like that, right?
Well, they fucking put it on
and that's where he's at. And everybody, oh, yeah, because the black man. No, bitch, this is a publicity stunt. When they said he don't want to go to Cleveland, you don't think Deion Sanders was already talking to Cleveland and said, hey, y'all get my son. You got 2 veteran quarterbacks here that can talk to him, work with him and stuff like that behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Even if we trade him, y'all get him ready and don't get him beat up in the first season or whatever like that and inch him into the NFL. So they probably, this whole thing was a publicity stunt. Shedur Sanders' jersey is number 3 out of all rookies being sold right now. He went in the 4th round. And Travis Hunter And the other motherfucker, I Cam Ward, they like, you know, the top picks, and they got the top jersey sales, and Shedur is at number 3. And this nigga was picked, I don't know what. Who cares? Because it's in the 4th round. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like 4 days later, 2 days later. So, I think Deion Sanders set all of this shit up, the publicity, and got it. He won. And they think,
They should have picked him.
yeah, because his dad gotta know, and I don't care what all of the black people or the white people say. I don't care who say what. I don't think he was good enough to go in the top 10 picks. That's just insane. I'm not picking him in my top 10.
We picking him in the top 10.
Fuck no. I'm not picking him in that. They're like, oh, well, look at the stats. I don't care. I've seen great quarterbacks.
He's not in the top 10. He's
I would
in the
have
top
picked.
5.
Yeah, no, he ain't. That nigga ain't in the top 200. I'm just being honest. Like, he gonna, like, yeah, he need to do some work. So, and people don't want to admit that because he black. You know? Okay, so I think Deion Sanders set shit up. All right, so 100 men versus a gorilla, which that's years.
That don't sound right.
The shit's so old anyway.
That don't sound right either.
Listen, y'all, I just wanted to get this out because I'm so petty. Right. I'm so petty, and I looked at social media.
100 men versus one gorilla.
Versus one gorilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A great is like a great ape or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm so petty that I just got to say this. This is so 2014 when I first heard about it. It was 2014 when I heard about it. And probably older than that. But it was like, will 100 men beat a gorilla if like they all went against him?
No.
And I'm like,
he beat all their ass.
100 men?
The way these men built now, nah.
The way, 100 pussy niggas. But like 100 men, that's 100 human beings. Like 100 women can be the fucking ape. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are we talking about? If all 100 people bite this motherfucker, he's dead instantly.
That is true, yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about? 100 people have beat a gorilla before in the past, somehow had to. They had to make it through the jungles.
Well, people think it's so fucking cool.
Like 100 people versus a gorilla. What stupid son of a bitch said, I'll take 100 men versus one woman in accountability. Shut the fuck up.
That wasn't even funny.
I know, but I've seen that on my timeline twice today. Twice. On 2 different idiots.
That wasn't funny.
2 different idiots.
Why 2 different idiots?
Because they fucking
you have
idiots.
Friends, idiots that are friends?
100 versus accountability. Shut the fuck up. And 100
That was like something you would say.
Anyway, that shit's old as shit. And that's just like what everybody's talking about. That's fucking retarded. Terrance Howard, again in the news. I'm loving him. He did an interview with Bill Maher. I don't know how long it's been out, but that was a good interview. I
think that's been out like for a week or 2.
Yeah.
I think about 2 weeks.
But I want y'all to go check that out.
That was on the random, what was it? What's it called?
Bill Maher show.
Excuse me.
I don't know what he got. But I'm going to drop a link in the description on that.
I was there. I think it's called the random something.
Yeah, I give y'all a
anyway, that was a good podcast. I just don't remember the name.
Yeah,
either.
It'll be a little link in the description about it.
Terrance Howard been everywhere.
It was Terrance Howard's been everywhere, and I brought light to Terrance Howard because at the end of the day, we need to all be thinking like this. The Pope died, right? So you're right. So yeah, like who cares? But the Pope died, and then events happened, and people are talking, and this and that, this and that.
Yeah, because they're saying something that he opened a portal. Or something.
Yeah, he opened a portal.
Remember I said that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they said something about Then here come the conspiracy theories talking about the Red Shoe Club.
Yeah.
And
all that shit, right?
Just all that.
So that's why I say we gotta salute guys like Terrance Howard. Reason why I say Terrance Howard and why would I say him and the Pope? Well, the thing about it, Pope died, and that let me know that day when he died, I thought about Galileo. And I always tell people Galileo had come up with the telescope in the Catholic Church. You know what I'm saying? They locked him up in prison for the rest of his life because he was like, yo, dude, we go around the sun don't go around us. He got locked in prison.
Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, they put him in prison.
Folks know that.
Yeah, they fucked him up. So with that being going down, and me saying Terrance Howard is that guy. You know, like, hey man, it might sound crazy to all the intellects and all of that stuff and all. Let it sound crazy to the people. Listen to him and see what happens. He has products. He has things. All of the people.
Really just want to say, like, all of Terrance Howard's theories, you know, that he has thought of himself. It was never. These people can't prove him to be wrong.
Yeah.
Can't prove his theories to be wrong.
No.
So it's like, how is he, like, you know how, like, the media goes and starts saying he's crazy or, you know, saying he doesn't know what he's talking about. Just like when he was on the show with Joe Rogan. I forgot who he was talking to. You remember that?
Yeah, you were talking to Weinstein, I forgot what his name, but I know you're talking about, like, math guy.
Yeah, they were talking about that, and as he was explaining his theories, like, he couldn't prove his theories to not be true.
He didn't like his wordplay. He didn't like what he was saying. He was like, that is not super symmetrical. That is not, and he's like, okay, it's working though. It's working. Look at.
That's the point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's working.
That's the whole point. It's like you can't prove his theories to be wrong because if they are working, then who the fuck are you? You have no products. None of y'all don't have anything but my scholar, and I went here and I went here. What did you make, my nigga? What did you make? This man has a bunch of patents. This man got a lot of people that's trying to, like, go in his way. Like, even his ex-wife was trying to, like, sue him. When she first found out he was getting them patents and shit, she was like, ooh, shit, I want to get some money off of that. Didn't work. There's a lot of people doing that. And with and those are the people that shuts down the Catholic, the popes, the people, the pedophiles, all of this crazy shit that's going on. These are the people who shut this shit down. And I'm proud of Terrance Howard. Shout out to you, Terrance Howard. I want y'all to go check out that interview with him and Bill Maher. Yeah,
Bill Maher is high as a motherfucker too.
Mm-hmm.
They smoking.
I thought not before y'all watch that. Like when y'all like, I don't know if it's like towards the beginning or towards the middle, but I don't know if you guys gonna catch it. But Bill was smoking the blunt, and then after he finished it, and then he rolled up another one, and Terrance was like, "Can I smoke with you?" I thought that was funny because he was like, I thought it was funny because he was sitting there just nonchalant smoking, and he's like, "Hold up, man, can I smoke this shit too?"
All right, and last but not least today, we got Trump cuts funds for PBS and NPR, and y'all know who used to work for that motherfucker, me. And
they deserve them cuts.
Yeah, they deserve the cuts. Because I should be doing Tiny Desk concert. That's it. That's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we had a great show today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, Trump cuts the motherfuckers. Cut them off. Let the DJ, get that money to DJ Miller Monkey and DJ Rodney Mitchell, and let us go and do it. This is episode 574 of the Honorable DJ Miller Monkey Radio Show. Why don't y'all check this one out on YouTube? And while you're scrolling on your timelines or whatever like that, hit that button, hit that link, because every clip we got a link on it. And I want y'all to check out the past, present, and future shows.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share.
Yep.
And tell your friends to come hop on.
Yeah. Spotify, interviews, go to Rumble for the Vibe Arcade, and go to YouTube if you want to hear our news shows.
The news with the fools.
With the fools.
If there was a reward to speaking truth, more people would. The true human resource is the mind. We never lost our lands, we lost our minds. We never lost land. The land is still there. We don't have the mind to go get it.
We didn't lose our land, we lost our mind.
What we are discussing is not in books.
Knowledge like this, awareness like this comes from within. Trust your ancestors. You have to become your ancestors in order to know them. Wow. So you continue Garvey in order to know him.
Wow.
There's a saying that says that in a society that is based on lies, you can do anything. So yeah, we're in a situation where the simplest things like peace, love, unity, joy, simple stuff.
Simple. Easy concepts that everyone wants.
That everyone wants and understands. You can't have it in a colonial situation. In fact, colonialism its presence is stepping on those things.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we can't have that. But now, you mentioned God. Anything you give a God is good for a God.
Who?
Your nature. Is your nature God? Yeah, my nature is God. So here's the poison. We want you to take this and
you right on top of it. I see where you're going.
God takes your poison in the mouth, gone. But guess what comes out? The cure. So the question then becomes, first, what kind of person are you? Are you a god? Are you a demon? The word, our ancestors used the word demon. To de-man, to not man. Man is man.
Right.
To a not man is a demon.
To take the humanity out of you.
To not be human.
Right.
That's the demon. The demon. This idea of calling a black human being a slave is the crime to begin with. This is the first crime. No black human beings in the past were slaves. That is a white colonial racist designation for our parents. Our parents could never be slaves. They were skilled laborers. They were the ones that came here and planted the rice, planted the corn, planted the tobacco, planted the weed, the marijuana, planted, they didn't want to talk about that, planted, built the roads. We came over as architects. We came over as astronomers.
Skilled laborers.
Skilled laborers. We were never slaves. Never, ever. That word is what is placed on us. Slavery. If you look at it in all dictionaries, start with the Oxford English Dictionary, slavery is only hard labor. We don't mean nothing else. Slavery, we make part of the slave. There's two different words. And those scholars know you can do this. The etymology on slave come from the Slavs and Russia and the Central Europe and where that word comes from. Right. So how does it get applied to black folk again? It doesn't. Slavery is just hard labor. Just hard labor. That's all slavery means. Drudgery, hard work. If you are watching this interview right now and you just did hard work, you was enslaved.
You was enslaved.
You was enslaved. No, you wasn't enslaved. You was enslaved.
Oh, right. Okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah.
You was enslaved. You see, and look at how the law works, because they abolished slavery, but not the slave. Or the slave owner. Imagine, you abolish slavery, but the slaves, meaning we don't have sovereignty. What does it mean to be a slave? You are dependent on another. You are the slave. You are the dependent.
As we all are.
As we all are, on their system, on their laws, on their medicine, on their education, on their... The minute we get that sovereignty, then we are actually not slaves in law. But legally, we still slaves right now.
That's what our birth certificate.
That's what a birth certificate. Come on, you're a piece of property.
We're born into this debt system, and you have a piece of paper that someone else owns, and they can buy and sell it at any time.
And they're buying and selling it. We're all property now, but we're property in a fantasy, because ain't no human being somebody property. But now here's the point. But if you're going to run around acting like you property, if you're going to run around ignorant of the fantasy.
The slave mindset.
Come on now. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. If you're going to allow yourself. See, this is why America is great. This is the greatest country in the world.
The fantasy corporation.
The fantasy. This is why America is great. Because America will put the liquor store and the library on the same block. and say it's up to you.
Make your choice.
Make your choice. You go to the liquor store. How can God, how can karma ever strike America? If your history, it's a balance, and the balance is on that $1 bill. You see it right there, the key, the balance. This is what it is, the deception. The ego facing two ways.
Oh.
Deception.
But you can make your own choice.
You can make your choice. So if you're going to make the choice to be an idiot,